Welcome back and thank you for joining us on our adventures in Japan. And today, we are here in Hiroshima. Beautiful city, beautiful city. And we wanted to check out the Peace Park, the ground zero for the atomic bomb blast that they've erected here. And it's a beautiful area. We decided not to go into the museum. We just wanted to kind of check out the area, check out the grounds, the park. Masako felt that the museum might be a little bit too much, a little overwhelming. She had a hard time just even coming down here because of how sad it made her feel. And we talked about it, and it is just a part of history. It happened, and it's really great that they've turned this place into a sort of a memorial. And here we are getting closer to ground zero. They left this building standing as a reminder, and it's I guess a bomb blew up directly above this area. And this building remains standing, and I think the bridge right here next to it remains standing as well. And it's not this bridge that you see in the picture, it's the bridge that we walked across behind us. And they say that was more of the direct spot where the blast was directly above that bridge more than this building, but this building was very close there, and it did survive. And they're saying because maybe it was more directly over. And you can see the debris here all under. It's all around in the grounds. They didn't change that. They left it as is. It's an idea of what the Peace Park looks like from across the river. And when you see a map of Hiroshima, it almost looks kind of like Manhattan. It's a series of little islands, all these little rivers all around. And as you're walking around and you walk over to the Peace Park, they have there's a mound over there, and it's actually the remains of the victims. This is all the ashes from most of the victims. It's in this pile right here, and every year they're adding to it. And right next to that, there is this sign here of 814 families who are still looking for family members. So it's unbelievable. So fortunately now we were able to move on to Miyajima, which is an island right off the coast of Hiroshima. And on this island there is this beautiful shrine and temple with this beautiful torii out in the water. And you can see this little cove. This whole thing is like a temple complex out on the water. It's just a series of piers. And then you can go ahead and you can walk all through that. And I guess people they still go there and they do their prayers and that kind of stuff. It's an actually functioning temple or shrine. Just beautiful architecture. Beautiful architecture. Just people waiting to get in. And fortunately, I guess the Americans never bombed this island. So everything remained intact, and there's still old structures, old houses, old stores, this temple, a lot of other little temples and shrines. And it's really great. We can still go. I think it's almost like Kyoto, where you can just kind of walk into the past and still take some of the old stuff in, which is really nice because you don't see a lot of this in Tokyo or any place else, any of the other big, larger cities. And there's these deer on the island. They call them sacred deer, but it's a little storefront. And here's a house that they opened up and turned into a museum that you can actually walk through. And I guess a lot of people that lived on the island were craftsmen, and they did different things. This is part of the living area in one of the houses. You can see the tatami mats and hutches and a little charcoal stove and furniture and tools that they'd use for daily living. Some of the big kettles there, maybe wash basins. The architecture's amazing. This is at least 200 or 300-year-old home. Beautiful sort of garden. The koi fish. And they're just beautiful, beautiful colors. I had no idea. If you take your shoes off, you can go inside and actually just hang out. Get a feel for what it must have been like to just hang out in an old traditional Japanese house, with the sliding doors and tatami mats, and you can just kind of chill out in there. You see a little hibachi there, a little charcoal stove for heating their food and their tea. It's nice that this stuff survives in places, and you can see it. I just couldn't believe how vividly colored the koi fish are. I had no idea. I mean, I've only ever seen pictures. I just thought they were exaggerated. And I've seen paintings and pictures, but they actually are the colors that you see. They're just beautiful. Orange and yellow and just different stripes, and gives you an idea of some of the construction on the inside there. How it's pieced together. You just walk around the island to the different sites, and there's some more of the temple complex that kind of climbs up the hill and around the hill, and here are these deer, and they are something else. They are scavengers. They are not scared at all. And I guess he was after our lemon. There's a popular drink on Miyajima or in Hiroshima. It's famous for this lemon drink. And these deer know it. They go right for it. I mean, I after this, I saw people hiding their lemonade when they were walking by the deer. They were like trying to hide the lemonade. It's so funny. And I was telling Masako to be careful because those horns, I said, just take 1 second for that thing to lift its head up, and man, that would do some damage. I'm sure there's a lot of power in their neck. So we moved on to Hiroshima Castle, which was amazing. It's a actual reproduction, and here's the koi fish in the moat of the castle. And again, I just can't believe the colors, just unbelievable. I had no idea. And so we have to walk across the bridge to get into where the actual castle was. We have to walk across the moat. The water was just beautiful, beautiful, nice and clear. And this is all reproduction. You tell this whole area was once full of buildings. They're totally destroyed during the blast, during the bombing. And you can even tell some of these walls were poorly reconstructed. And all along the walkways here, under the sand, you can see the debris, and it looks just like it did over there at near the Peace Park, where they left some of the debris into that building that's still standing under the dome. You can see it in the ground. And inside there's arms and armor. I don't know if they pulled this out of the rubble and it survived the blast, or this is just armor they brought from somewhere else, but the swords were amazing. Hundreds of years old. They look like they were just made yesterday. More armor, again, swords. And so, thank you for watching, and hopefully we can post something else and share something else before we leave Japan.